This is just for copper. This can be used to glue copper pipe together. So you don't need to solder it, you can use this. I did actually make a video using this several years ago, and I have used this a couple of times to get me out of some very sticky situations, and it worked very well. A few people have commented saying that it's no good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up a joint, and then tomorrow we're going to pressure test it using the pressure testing equipment. The instructions for this are quite specific, and they do say that you need to clean the copper pipe using 60 grit abrasive paper like so, which we're going to use. We're then going to use this end feed fitting. We're going to make a joint, and then tomorrow, after 24 hours have passed, we will pressure test it and see if it can withstand the pressure. To start off with, I'm going to take the 60 grit abrasive paper, and I'm going to use that to clean up the end of the copper tube. Once you clean that up, there is no need to blow it. You can actually leave the residue on there, and that will help with the bonding process. So I'll now clean the other piece up. Like so. And then finally I'll clean inside of the fitting. Now I've done that, I'm going to give the Just for Copper a really good shake. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to apply a really thin zigzag bead on the inside of the fitting. I'm going to take the copper tube and I'm going to do exactly the same with that. Once I've done that, and I'm going to take that, I'm going to push it into the fitting, and I'm going to turn it 360 degrees within 5 seconds. I'm now going to repeat that process on the other side of the fitting. So this time I'm going to grip the fitting, and I'm going to push that pipe in there, and then I'm going to twist it 360 degrees within 5 seconds. And I'm actually just going to take that, I'm just going to wipe off the excess. And then we'll leave that until tomorrow. It's now been 24 hours, and that is the joint that we made yesterday. I've now connected this up to the pressure testing rig, and at the end there I've put a washing machine tap, and then we can bleed out the water. So I'm just going to pump the machine now until we get water coming out at the end. Now we've got water there, I'm just going to close the tap. So I'll now lift that up so that it's near the dial, and then you can watch the dial at the same time. And I'm now going to start to pressurise the pipe. And you can see that straight away we've gone up to 10 bar, and there's no sign at all of the joint leaking. We are losing a bit of pressure from the compression joint on the corner, because it is a second-hand joint. So you can see that the joint is still holding. If we get it up to 20 bar, see that there's no sign at all of the joint leaking. So 20 bar is approximately 290 psi, and you can see that that joint is not leaking at all. So I'm now just going to take it up a little bit further. As you can see, we're now at over 30 bar, which is well over what kind of pressure you would expect to get in any domestic property. We're now at 40 bar, and the joint is still holding. It hasn't failed at all. So for those people that say that just the copper doesn't work and that it's a lot of rubbish, obviously some people have never used it, or they've used it incorrectly. If you prepare the joint as recommended by the manufacturer and follow their instructions, you can see that the joint is perfectly suitable for domestic plumbing. That is actually holding a lot more pressure than what you would get in a domestic situation. At this house, we have approximately 90 to 100 psi of pressure. As you can see, we've got 30 to 40 bar there, which is well over 450 psi. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have and you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel.